The evening was quiet, almost too quiet, when Daniel, a single father in his mid-30s, left the bookstore with his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, clutching his hand. He worked long shifts at a warehouse, but weekends were sacred, reserved for Lily and their shared love of stories. As they walked toward the parking lot, Daniel noticed tension in the air. Just a few steps ahead, 3 men circled a woman who looked both out of place and unnervingly calm in her tailored suit and high heels. Their voices grew sharper, their laughter more unsettling. Lily tugged at his sleeve. "Daddy, she looks scared." He didn't hesitate. "Stay here," he told her softly, guiding Lily behind a pillar. Then his voice boomed across the lot, sharp as a whip. "Leave her alone." The men turned, sizing him up with mocking grins. Daniel wasn't built like a fighter, just lean muscle from years of hard labor, but something about his stance radiated resolve. He wasn't going to let anyone see his daughter watch cruelty go unanswered. One man sneered, "And who are you supposed to be, hero?" Daniel didn't flinch. "A father. And you don't want your mother hearing what you're doing right now." It was unexpected, that word. Mother. It landed differently than a threat. For a beat, the men shifted uncomfortably, but their bravado returned too quickly. One moved closer, shoulders squared. Before things could escalate, the woman spoke for the first time. "Gentlemen." Her voice was calm, commanding. "This isn't a fight you want." The tone carried weight, authority. The men exchanged looks, muttered curses, and peeled away into the night, their swagger dissolving into the shadows. Daniel exhaled, the tension easing from his shoulders. He turned to the woman, ready to offer a polite nod before collecting Lily. But instead of gratitude, her first words stunned him. "Why didn't you walk away?" Daniel blinked. "Excuse me? You had a child with you. You could have kept her safe by not getting involved." Her gaze was sharp, almost disapproving. Lily, still peeking from behind the pillar, ran up and wrapped herself around his leg. Daniel bent slightly, his hand protective on her shoulder. Because what kind of example would that set for her? That we only help when it's convenient? That we turn our backs when someone's in trouble? For the first time, the woman's expression faltered. Something softened in her eyes, a flicker of recognition that he couldn't place. She crouched slightly to look at Lily. "You're very lucky," she said quietly. "No," Lily corrected her, her voice small but sure. "We're kind. Daddy says kindness is brave." The woman drew in a breath as though those words hit deeper than intended. Straightening, she extended a hand to Daniel. "I'm Evelyn." Daniel shook it firmly. "Daniel. And this is Lily." The name Evelyn echoed in his mind, but it wasn't until Lily blurted, "You look like the lady on the big posters downtown," that it clicked. Evelyn Parker, the CEO whose face adorned billboards, who was whispered about in business circles as untouchable, relentless, almost unreachable. Yet here she stood, in a dim parking lot, human and vulnerable. "I should thank you," Evelyn said finally, her voice quieter now. "But maybe I should be thanking Lily more. She reminded me of something I forgot a long time ago." Daniel didn't press for details. He just smiled, scooped Lily into his arms, and nodded politely. "Take care of yourself." As they walked away, Lily waved over his shoulder. Evelyn, powerful and polished, stood frozen, watching them disappear into the night, a single father and his daughter who had reminded her of something no boardroom ever could, what true courage looked like.